divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Dolphins and the Snowhawks, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Portland Snowhawks. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Singer. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took him to the limits.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Here's Stewart to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. They'll run on first down. Bentley, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. From the gun, it's Stewart. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And you think on third down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And to put a bow on it, next-gen stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with the rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on. I just love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
7 yards, the pickup there.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Now they try the right side here. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on third down. Singer finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. It downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a fourth down.
Matt Nagy has made the decision. They're going to go for it here. Operating from the gun. Singer. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. From the gun. Singer. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing on third and long. Singer. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Now they'll run on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. He finds his man, complete. That's Banks. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off around the 41. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you You only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Throwing now, Stewart. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They will throw on first down with Stewart. He finds his man complete. That's Banks. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Stewart. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Off the play fake. Singer. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Singer. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back to throw. Singer. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Good one, boy. Let's go.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this is Simpson with a catch. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back to throw again. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. He'll try again. Well, he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And his kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now left side on the swing pass. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to use a stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. 7 yards, the pickup there. Stewart sets to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Now Stewart on 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Second down, here's Stewart. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Snowhawks would extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, Singer. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. He's going to float this over the middle, deep.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 19.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC divisional round game. And you can see the result there. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Miami in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, on the other side, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Now Stewart, second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There was a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Portland's offense now about set to take over. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Bentley. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way gun. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
On 1st down, Stewart. Green with a catch left side. And that is Allen still down following the play. Appears to be shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Stewart. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down. Singer. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing on first down. Singer. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Second and 20. Back to throw. Singer. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Looking to throw. Singer. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. Here's Stewart on third down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. On first down, Stewart. He finds his man, complete. It's Banks. 7 yards to pick up there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Stewart from the gun on third down. And Green with a catch left side. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Stewart on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, Bentley.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Stewart now on 1st and 10. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Stewart. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Stewart. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Snowhawks are able to add on to that lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
To try here for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Miami set to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st down.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why. And
they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Singer. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll take it just outside the 40. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but in that of 32, they had a 10-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Portland's offense now about set to take over. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down at 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in the Rose City of Portland, Oregon. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. Going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Stewart. And that's complete. It's Green here. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Back to throw. Stewart. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 20. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Singer. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here. 1st and goal. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Stewart. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The coverage good. The pressure good. Leads to the sack. And it's 3rd and goal now.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense. So the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Stewart. Touchdown. It's complete. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Snowhawks are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Selma, man, another touchdown. They're looking like the number 1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The defense working their way back out now onto their home turf. They recovered the fumble last time. 3 turnovers for them in this game. They've been, that word opportunistic comes to mind, right?
Exactly right. And you know guys on defense, they say the turnovers. The offensive guys call them turnovers. We call them takeaways. We go get them. And that's exactly what they've done in this game.
The former DB making sure you know they're takeaways on the defense.
Takeaways, man.
Well, this one complete to Simpson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Singer. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw on 2nd down. Singer. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. On 1st and 10, Singer. And that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A throw over the middle, taken in. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Back to throw. Singer. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Stewart. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Throwing to start the drive. Singer, he's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw again. Singer. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. On 3rd and 2. Singer. He finds his man. Complete. It's Simpson. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Singer. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Singer. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 66 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on third down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff looking right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Brings up 3rd down and 7. Now they try the right side here. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And out come the Dolphins now. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down. Singer, he's going to let it fly. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st down, Singer. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Operating from the gun, Singer. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. Singer. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.